Welcome to English Couch, the podcast where we help you speak English with more confidence.
I am Priya.
And I'm Maya.
Today's episode is for everyone who works in English but feels nervous in meetings. You have a good idea, but you stay quiet because you are not sure how to say it.
Yes, that is exactly my problem. I have meetings at work every week, and I always stay quiet. I know what I want to say, but I just do not speak.
Well, today we are going to fix that. I will teach you simple, useful phrases to join the conversation, share your opinion, agree or disagree politely, and ask for clarification when you don't understand something. That sounds really helpful. I'm ready. But first, why do you stay quiet in meetings? What is going through your mind?
Many things. I'm afraid to say something wrong, or maybe my English is not perfect enough. And everyone seems so confident. I don't want to interrupt or say something at the wrong time.
I completely understand. And guess what? Many people feel exactly the same way. Even native speakers sometimes feel nervous in meetings. You're not alone, Maya.
Really? That makes me feel better.
Yes, and the good news is you do not need perfect English to speak up in a meeting. You just need a few good phrases. Once you know them, you'll feel much more ready.
Okay, let's start.
Great. The first skill is how to join the conversation. How do you enter a meeting when other people are already talking?
That's a problem for me. People talk very fast, one after another. I do not know when to speak.
Very common. So here's the first phrase. I would like to add something. Listen again. I would like to add something. Can you repeat?
I would like to add something.
Perfect. You use this when someone has just spoken and you want to continue the topic or give more information. It's polite and clear. People will stop and listen to you.
Okay, I use it when I want to give more information about what someone said.
Exactly. Now, the second phrase, if I may share my thoughts. Try it.
If I may share my thoughts.
Lovely. This phrase is polite and professional. You're asking for permission to speak, but it's really just a polite way to enter the conversation. People appreciate this one very much.
I like that one. It sounds very professional. If I may share my thoughts.
Wonderful. Now, a real situation. You're in a meeting, your colleague just finished speaking about a project plan. You have an idea to make it better. What do you say?
I would like to add something. I think we could also send a short email to the team to keep them informed. Excellent, Maya. Perfectly done. Clear, polite, and helpful.
Now, the second skill, sharing your opinion. In meetings, people often ask, what do you think? Do you have any ideas? How do you answer in a confident way? Usually I say, I think, and then I stop because I'm not sure how to continue. That's okay. I think is a good start. But here are three better options. First, in my opinion, clear and confident. In my opinion, we should focus on social media this month. In my opinion, simple. I can remember that. Second, from my perspective, very professional. From my perspective, the deadline is too short. It sounds like you have thought carefully about the topic. From my perspective, I like that.
It sounds thoughtful.
And third, I believe that, a little softer. I believe that this is a good opportunity for the team. It shows your opinion without being too strong.
So I have three options. In my opinion, from my perspective, and I believe that.
Exactly. And remember, you do not need to have the perfect answer. You just need to participate and contribute. Your job is to share your perspective. The team will appreciate that. That is helpful. I always thought I needed the perfect answer before I spoke.
But I do not have to.
Now, a very important skill. What do you do when you agree or when you do not agree? How do you say it politely?
Sometimes I disagree with someone, but I say nothing because I do not want to be rude.
I understand, but your opinion has value, Maya. For agreeing, you can say, that is a great point, or I completely agree with you, or absolutely, I think you're right. These are warm, positive phrases.
That is a great point. I completely agree. Those are easy. I like them.
Now, for disagreeing politely, the key is to be respectful. Talk about the idea, not the person. Here's a very useful phrase: I see it a bit differently. Try it.
I see it a bit differently.
Good. This is soft and professional. It tells the other person you have a different opinion, but you are not aggressive. Then you explain your view. I see it a bit differently. I think the budget might be a problem.
That is very useful. Polite but honest.
Exactly. Another good one: I understand your point, however, and then give your idea. For example, I understand your point, however, I think we need more time to prepare. The word however is a signal that you have a different view, but you start by respecting what they said.
I understand your point, however. Yes, I can use that.
And one more. That's interesting, but have you considered? Rate when you want to introduce a new idea. The goal is always to disagree with the idea, not with the person. Be respectful, be clear, and give your reason. Now, the last skill. What do you do when you don't understand something? Maybe someone used a difficult word, or they spoke too fast, or the idea was complicated.
Usually I just nod, and then I go home confused about what happened.
Oh, Maya, you cannot do that. Asking for clarification is completely professional. It shows you're paying attention and that you care about understanding correctly.
Really? I always thought it would make me look
Not,
smart.
not at all. In fact, the opposite. Here's the main phrase. Could you clarify what you mean by... Listen, could you clarify what you mean by that? Try it.
Could you clarify what you mean by that?
Perfect. For example, could you clarify what you mean by the second phase of the project? Or could you clarify what you mean by flexible budget? Very clear and polite.
Could you clarify what you mean by flexible budget? Yes, I can say that. Also, could you say that again, please? Very simple. Or, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it? These are natural and professional. Everyone needs to ask.
Sometimes.
Could you say that again, please? I didn't catch that. Good. Easy to remember.
And one more wonderful phrase. Just to make sure I understand, you repeat back what you heard. Just to make sure I understand, you want the report ready by Friday, right? This confirms you understood correctly. It's excellent communication.
Just to make sure I understand. I love that one. I'm showing what I think I heard, not just asking.
Exactly. Excellent thinking, Maya. You're really getting this. All right, now it's time for practice. We're going to do a short role play, a mock meeting. I'll be your colleague, Marcus. You're Maya. Ready? Okay. I'm a little nervous, but yes, let's do it. Use the phrases we practiced. Don't worry about being perfect, just try. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I think we should launch the new product in March. That way, we have 3 months to prepare the marketing campaign.
If I may share my thoughts, I see it a bit differently. I think March might be too soon. From my perspective, we need at least 4 months to do the marketing properly.
That is a good point, Maya, but the director wants us to move fast. What if we start with a small launch in March and then a bigger one in May?
I understand your point. However, could you clarify what you mean by a small launch? Do you mean just one city or online only? Great question.
I mean online only first, social media and email.
Okay, I would like to add something. If we do an online launch first, we also need a clear plan for customer support because people will have questions.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you on that. Let us add customer support to the plan.
Great, thank you.
And scene. Excellent work, Maya. How did that feel?
It felt actually okay. I used all the phrases. If I may share my thoughts, I see it a bit differently. I understand your point, however. Could you clarify? I would like to add something. I did it. You did it perfectly. You disagreed politely, asked for clarification, and added a new idea. That is exactly what good meeting communication looks like. I feel more confident now. I think I can try this in my next real meeting. Before we finish, let's do a quick review. Repeat after me if you can.
To join the conversation, I would like to add something.
I would like to add something.
If I may share my thoughts.
If I may share my thoughts.
To share your opinion. In my opinion, from my perspective, I believe that.
In my opinion, from my perspective, I believe that. To agree.
That is a great point. I completely agree.
That is a great point. I completely agree.
To disagree politely. I see it a bit differently. I understand your point, however. That's interesting, but have you considered?
I see it a bit differently. I understand your point, however. That's interesting, but have you considered?
And to ask for clarification. Could you clarify what you mean by? Could you say that?
That again, please? Just to make sure I understand. Could you clarify what you mean by? Could you say that again, please? Just to make sure I understand. Perfect! You now have a full toolkit of professional meeting phrases. Start small, choose just one phrase, and try it in your next meeting. Even one time is a great step forward. I will try, I promise. Next meeting, I will say, I would like to add something. That one I feel ready for. I love it. And remember, your voice matters. Your ideas matter. The meeting is better when you speak up. Thank you, Priya. This was so helpful. I feel so much more ready now. That's exactly why we're here. We hope today's episode gave you confidence and useful tools. If you practice these phrases, you'll be surprised how quickly things change. Yes, and remember, every small step counts. You can do this. Thank you for listening to English Couch. See you next time.